Hey everybody, and welcome back to No Man's Land and part 8 of our farm build live stream series. It is finally spring. We can finally get on with getting our crops in the ground, and feeling like we're actually making some progress here. How's everybody doing this fine afternoon? Needs rolling, needs fertilizing. We'd bring out the smaller of the two Kinsey planters. Get our sugar beets in the ground and to get our sunflowers in the ground. Waylon, what is up? Are you fine, sir? Got to make up for a little, had some hired help here while I was trying to grab the screenshot. Time to tidy things up. How's the weather in your neck of the woods? Let me know in chat. Feels kind of warm today. Still cool, but not single digits, not teens. So with that regard, it feels kind of warm. Tyler, what is up? You caught yesterday's live stream on the map. We managed to finish the field, carving it up. I got it limed. I need to split the field with a little bit of landscaping painting, and then we will be able to get that field planted in beets and sunflowers. We're going to flesh out a forest into this series or this live stream, and I'm sure we have production we need to tend to. We got to transport some milk. I'm sure we've got some pallets we need to haul as far as wool goes, and possibly some stinky cheese and some fabric. Move on down the line. Get some clothing going. We'll be excited to get all the other crops in the ground at this point. -10. Oh my gosh. Yeah. April's going to be busy. We got corn to put in the ground. And we're also going to be putting in our soybeans in the ground in April. Sunday Madness is indeed. GoldenEye. Sunday Madness indeed. I'm gonna get rid of that. I just got it to test. Where is it? Windrowers. Oh, that's the shop. There we go. I was like, I own it too. She'll never notice. We'll get that touched right up. Got our no-till planted texture showing through here. And this, the animation on this thing folding up, this thing's crazy cool. I think that's how this machine operates in real life. Is crazy cool. Tyler, there's information down below the video. There's a join button, and that join button will show you what is involved in becoming a farm baron and basically your benefits of being a farm baron. Although I think we've outgrown one of the benefits, and I'm gonna have to try to figure out what we're going to do about that, because overall the video shout out doesn't seem to be overly sustainable at this point with the number of members that we have. It's a terrible problem to have, isn't it? All right, so we're going to find dirt. And we're going to go bigger. And we're gonna run. That's relatively straight. Cutting the corners off here because I want to have a little staging area there. Yeah, if you're on, depending on what mobile platform you're on, if you're on iPhone, then yeah, it's Apple hides it. That now grass, and we're going to we're not straight at all on that one. Oh, that's awful. Hey everybody, and welcome back to our No Man's Land farm build series. I am trying to split this field up a little bit. Might be butchering it for all I know. How is everybody doing this fine Sunday afternoon? Now, what we don't need is my thumb to twitch. A twitching thumb on a trackball is not a good thing. When we're trying to do this, alright, that's good enough. Okay. So this section of the field will be sugar beets, and the other section of the field over there will be sunflowers. This video is brought to you by Terje Nergard. Thank you for being a farm baron. Brad, what is up? You like the versatile pack is quite the pack, isn't it? I was a bit more surprised at everything that was included. I thought it was just some edits of the base game versatile, which it kind of is, but the fact that you've got 3 different kind of liveries, 3 different looks, paint schemes from 3 different model years, and then the interiors are different across those model years also, and all of the configuration options you get. It really does flesh out that product model, or that product line. We're going to be doing a double header today, live stream. We're going to live stream right now till 4 p.m. Eastern, so in about 2 hours. We'll hang it up, and then we'll be back 4 hours later at 8 p.m. Eastern to do our second live stream over on Elm Creek. I was thinking last night, I was thinking about taking that little grove of trees and this bit of trees, and I was thinking about connecting them, basically making a forest. And this field basically was on the edge of the forest. Kind of give a reason for this field to have this shape. The reason for the shape is the forest, as opposed to the field just, you know, stopping right here. And then also combining those 2 areas together, so this was just one big field that was kind of put in around the existing trees. That's kind of my thought process there. But now that we've gotten this far, let's hire helper out and take a look at doing just that. So if we come over here, And we continue to... Yeah, you're not blocked. We continue to bring this tree line down and meet it up with this tree line, which we kind of extended last stream. Then we'll have this whole field will kind of border this large tree area. So we'll plop down some. Shrubbery, who doesn't love a good shrubbery? Scatter some of them in. Oh, let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. Did I turn this off? Flood mode. UTB, welcome to the live stream. Hey, you're gonna have a video pop up here in the next couple days. Evil REG, how you doing? It would be, yeah, it would be nice to kind of be able to lock on a course. Oh, yeah, yeah, the mod Discord. Yeah, it's going to pop up here. Streamlabs pops it up, yeah. Farm Simulator mods and links. So, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Just connected. 2 forests. Now we've got this all nice connected. Now we need to bring this around and connect this up. Over here, fine sirs. All right, so Sergey, thank you for the sub. So everybody give a big old round of applause to Sergey. That. Alright, some of that. And some more shrubbery. Different types of shrubbery. Nature's random, so just start slapping stuff down. Rotate it around a wee little bit. All right. Look at that. There we go. There's a reason this field looks this way now. Next big patch. Well, we know that there is a DLC. Oops. Did you get in the tractor? We know that there is a DLC coming between now and spring. And spring is technically March, right? So we have a DLC sometime, probably in the next 6 weeks. So that would be a good opportunity for a patch to be coming. No other word other than that we know the timing of the first DLC that is part of the Year 1 Season Pass. If there will be a patch between then and now, I do not know. Riveting. Riveting. Slapping down a forest is riveting. What's that? I'll take care of these two trees. Darren, what is up? Rabbit Rob, how are you doing? Decorate that up a little bit. There we go. What's that? We got a rock over here, don't we? Let's... There, we'll flesh that up a little bit more. There we go. Awesome sauce. Okay. Yeah, that looks cool. I live with that. A regular farm sim Van Gogh, but I'm not chopping my ear off the set for nobody. Put a lawn chair there. Yeah, we could, right? We got decoration. We need yeah, we need like a little picnic table. Right? We need a little picnic table. Biggie Farming with the big old super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Big old round of applause for Mr. Biggie Farming. In fact, let's go ahead and put that up on the big screen. Forest, Chris Green, how are you doing, fine sir? Alright, so that is our sugar beets. They are now down in the ground. And before the stream, I made sure to fill this tractor up with fuel. Now we're going to switch this over to sunflowers. We're going to sunflower this field. I'm going to hire a helper here, and then I'm going to see if I can't get the roller starting to roll. Yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think of my my extended forest here? Brought this down and fleshed it out a little bit, and then extended it all the way around there. And I kind of like it. How do you become rich in farm sim? Well, either you put down a whole bunch of money generating placeables, right? Grass silage is a good way to get started earning money for legit purposes. Now, the 12 million we have in the bank account, that's just fun money. This is our Let's Have Fun series, and quite frankly, it would take so long if we really did a legit hard play mode on No Man's Land with, you know, only money we actually earned because of all the building you've got to do. Production's a good way to earn money, right? I mean, we're going to be far more sustainable once we can get our first harvest under our belt. I would like to see solid fertilizer texture. Brad, I'd like to see that come down and be a different texture other than just, you know, causing the ground to look wet. You know, a spray is cool when it looks wet, right? Because it's wet going on. But a solid fertilizer, a granular fertilizer, shouldn't go on the ground looking wet. It should go on the ground, you know, it's looking something different than lime. Something a little less totally covered. Off Bergman in Farm Sim 17 actually had a really, really awesome looking solid fertilizer texture. When you would put it down on that map, it would, the ground would be speckled white. But it wouldn't be, you know, a complete white covering. It would just be speckled here and there. You get hired help. You get hired out. Nope. There we go. 700 will do. Had to feed the animals last night as after we ended the stream. Almost 2 full egg pallets to move. Be careful, this has lime in it. I don't want to spray lime up in. Or water up in there, we'll get that all into a rock. So I was really hoping we would get something like that with, you know, Giant's kind of attention to details a little bit more. In 22, I was hoping we would see something with respect to solid fertilizer and spreading that on the ground. Also need to get our weeder out. Oh, come on. Let's remember to do everything at one time. Got 3 full pallets of wool. Oh, something else I did last night is, since it was dark, I put down lights everywhere. So when it gets dark now, we'll have lights, and I put lights on our bunkers. I had no idea you could do this. I put lights on the bunker walls. See, I was able to place them in the bunker walls. I had no idea I could do that. Wow, it's so cool. So we go to Deco, Lights, and I picked this one, right? Uh, uh, it says overlaps with another object, right? Well, I just go into free mode, V, and now I can do it. Uh-huh. I was able to put lights on top of my bunkers. Super awesome. So let's see what this all looks like when it gets dark. Oh, I know, Brad, and that's why it's so frustrating when we have maps that use buildings that go back as far as 15 or even further back. It's like, come on, people. Are you playing on like ultra low and you don't realize how bad these buildings look? So with that, we'll let that run for a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do a video about that or not. It might be a real quick how-to on Did You Know? Did you know? Yeah, I put a dusted dawn light. What we call dusted dawn lights when I grew up, I put a dusted dawn light right here. And then I just kind of try to think, where would I put them? Yeah, if this was my farm for realsies, where would I put it? So I got one right here, kind of lighting up the garage area and this entrance. I've got dusted dawn lights everywhere where I've got, you know, doors going in and out of buildings, typically. And got a light over here right at the peak of the roof, just to light up that little area there, light up the fuel pump a little bit. Put one over there by the slurry. I lit up this one here at the corner of the building. And the corner of that barn right there, there's the milk over there. That's why I lit that one up. Same here. Just kind of light up the corner of the buildings. I mean, I'm not paying the electric bill, right? That would be something else, right? As if you had to pay electricity. Yeah, the more lights you put up at nighttime, then in the morning you've got a bill. Part of what realized I needed to put lights in, I was trying to feed these pigs in the dark, and I couldn't really see where I was going. Alright, let's get our wool. And we'll get our eggs. Those are the two palletized products that we have here at the farm. No, they're not that bright. They're not quite that bright. Can't wait to get my to get our sugar mill up and running and get our chocolate production rocking and rolling. I do want to see a lot more. I hope we see a lot more production. I've seen some production over on some random mod sites, and I've looked at a couple of those mods, but ultimately I haven't done any videos on them because well, because of the fact that it doesn't seem like the people that are putting down these a lot of these production mods are really thinking about selling those products, which is kind of frustrating. $1,400 eggs. Oh my gosh. They really did up the size of these egg pellets. I don't remember what a full-size egg pallet was before, but I don't think it was 1,400. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a video on hacking your save game. Basically what your save game files mean, which ones are what, and where you can find certain things in your save game folder, and what you can do with those. Like, there was a comment in the selling your placeable, your production, about you could have just done that by editing the file. I'm like, yeah, you could. But that requires you to be out of the game. So you'd have to save the game and exit when you decided you wanted to sell it. You'd have to edit the file, then you'd have to boot it back up. And then you'd have your thing. But, you know, use the console commands are all done in-game. Or, heaven forbid you want to do it on a multiplayer server I put in there. It's like you would have to save the server, shut the server down, download your save game, unzip it, edit your files, zip it back up, upload it back to the server, then start it back up. Yeah, I mean, that seems totally easy to do. Or you could type in a couple commands. Oh, they were 200 liters each? Yeah, that's... no wonder it takes forever to get egg pallets full now. I think is drop off in front. I went and took the triggers off because I was getting a screenshot the other day. Car up front, okay. I don't want to sell eggs. Take my wool. Silver Dragon, how have you been, sir? I haven't seen you for a long time. I think you've been dropping around in chat every so often, but not like the 17 days. So we have our fabric. Bring our fabric over here to the tailor. Drop it off so we can get some clothing production going. Oh, that's not the pickup. That's the drop off. That's the pickup for clothes. I've not done the tailor yet. There you go. Take my clothing. Take my fabric, sir, and make me something nice. We sell our eggs. We sell everything on this save over here at the farmer's market. Our little imagination, our imagination station, is that people come off the interstate over here to shop, and then come down here and they come to my farmer's market, and that's where I sell all of my goods. All of my farm-raised goods or goods produced as a result of farm-raised products. Oh, I forgot to pick up the cheese. $2,100. I forgot my cheese. Pallets of cheese we got. Dang, brother, we got ourselves 5 pallets of cheese. Well, hopefully you're getting better, or are you better? Do have a lot of milk to bring down here too. Brent, how are you doing, fine sir? Milmond Dairy. We need a what if we had a dairy that made chocolate, but then used that chocolate to make chocolate milk? That would be awesome. We need an ice cream place that makes ice cream. I found a yogurt mod that makes yogurt with cheese with sugar and milk, I think. But the problem is, it didn't. On Elm Creek, there wasn't any place to sell it. It's like, that wasn't any good. If I can't sell it, why should I make it? Or the sell point was Goldcrest Valley, which when I loaded up the yogurt pallet, it didn't actually sell. So I'm like, well, this isn't good. Oh, look at our cheese. This ought to turn some nice money. Oh, how did the snowboarding go? Whoops, slow down, break up, break. $9,300. Nice. You skipping any? Sunflower fields planted in that. Go back to work. Gotta figure out why did you stop? You locked on in? Oh, Nick TC, what are you plowing on? Are you plowing for reels or are you plowing on a map? It is indeed a good Sunday. Is indeed. Oh, sugarcane gold. Oh, you've got more time on your hands than I do. Good on you for taking on the cane. I definitely would. I avoid sugarcane at all costs. It's like, I did the sugarcane how-to video and then like, all right, I'm done. No more sugarcane. No more sugarcane in FS22. Been there, done that, we're moving on. Oh, good luck on the CCNA. You know, Farm Sim is a great game to relax the mind, and I really think that when you can do something like that where you're not thinking about things and the mind is kind of idle, things can sink in a little bit better. In the end, you end up learning it better because of the break. Sometimes you have your best ideas when you're not really thinking about what you're trying to think about. Right? You might be on the way to work, and next thing you're like, oh, that's a good way of doing that. So many people have had great ideas in the shower or on the car, in the car. I've used anhydrous on maps before. Well, it doesn't matter when you came to the party, Evil Reg. It matters that you're here. Right? Games are to be relaxing and chilled out. Why get all stressed when you're supposed to be relaxing? Life is too much stress on its own. There's the workbench. What is up? The creator of the fine dusted dawn lights that we littered the farm with last night. What's the difference between rollers and plows, or what? What's the difference? What is the difference, the rollers to the plows? Yeah. I'm not sure I fully understand the question. But in general, a roller is used as a field dressing, or to kind of top your field. It really isn't done for field preparation. So you would use a roller post cultivating or post plowing to push small stones down under the top of the soil. You would use a roller after seeding or planting, like we're doing here, to get a 2.5% yield bonus on your crop. Obviously, you would plow to get rid of the remove plowing, and as a result of getting rid of the need plowing, then you would get a 15% bonus, I think it is, on the crop. But you only need to plow after corn, sugarcane, potatoes, or sugar beets. You don't need to plow after each crop or after every 3 crops like you used to in Farm Sim 17. So plowing is more of field prep before planting or seeding, whereas rolling is more of a post planting or seeding field dressing. Just kind of dressing the field after you've done that planting or seeding. procedures. It's all going to depend on how many maps come out with anhydrous and propane as fill types, or how many mods come out with propane as a fill type. You know, we've seen corn dryers in FS19 that required propane, meaning most notably in Nebraska lands and a few other maps. We have seen in FS22 some maps and production mods that are corn dryers that take corn and propane. So the more mods that are out there that have propane as a fill type, then the more benefit there would be to individual mods that can transport propane and anhydrous and are in a realistic manner, as opposed to just being a tanker hauling propane. You would not do that in real life. You would have a proper, you know, pressure vessel to transport propane in a safe manner. Same goes with anhydrous. You would use a proper tanker to transport that. I think as far as American maps go, we're probably going to see more of them in FS22 with anhydrous as a fill type, as opposed to what we've seen in the past. So it's one of those, you know, if you build it, they'll come. If you don't have the proper, you know, if you don't have the trailers or you don't have the production mods that use it, then there really isn't a need for it. But I think once things exist, then there'll be a fair bit of a demand for them. Techies unite. Brent, it's interesting because I don't think they haven't pushed out an update for a while. I think the last update that they pushed out was before Christmas. That was on console. I've seen Pearl Harbor, yeah. Let's go. Top up with seed. Mike, are you on single player or multiplayer? A lot of those tools don't work on multiplayer. Let's see here. This is fertilizer, right? Liquid and solid fertilizer. Yeah. I don't have a, did I put seed in this one over here? I think I put mineral food in this one back here, didn't I? I don't need mineral food in it. I need seed in it. Did I buy mineral food? I hope I didn't. Oh, it's empty. We can correct that. Oh, no, it's got seed in it. They don't yet, Kyle. I did see a mod that did like potato chips, but it was, I think it had errors in it. It's not something I would suggest. But no, there's no official production other than putting them in for pig food or selling them. What? I don't know what you just did there, but I did not want that to happen. Or sunflower oil, right? Or canola, I mean, any type of oil. Although, personally, I think olive oil doesn't have the best, I don't think olive oil is a super high temperatured oil. I think sunflower oil might have a higher burn point. So sunflower oil might be a better oil for potato chips. I've made homemade potato chips and they are nice. The key is you've got to have something to slice those potatoes super thin, like a nice mandolin. And then you need to be careful you don't slice your finger off. I don't know what the burn point is for sunflower oil or canola oil, but I think olive oil's got a fairly low burn point, or at least smoke point, where it really just starts to smoke. Porkibus, fries and pierogies. That sounds good too. Headland management for the win. Rise, what? That sounds nasty. Mike, that is 100% definitely worth being up frustrated with and everything. I mean, I don't have the same personal investment, obviously, in creating a mod and then seeing its poor converts of it that shouldn't exist out there in the wild and people using it or having issues using it. But I mean, I get frustrated when I see people using maps that I know are riddled with issues. And they're like, oh, my game runs awesome, but then, you know, this mod makes my game crash. And it's like, that's just the map that's making your game crash. It's not your mod. Horses in FS22, they're a bit of a disappointment in my opinion. They could have been so much better. There we are. There we go. All we need to do is roll this field and weed the other fields. Well, just about everything's a delicacy somewhere. That is done, son. We're gonna go ahead and set this up for corn. That's what we're going to be planting next month, aka tomorrow. Hatton, welcome back. How are you doing? Fine, sir. This right here. We have our wheat growing nicely. That field will be for corn, and the field over there, right across from our soybeans, our sunflowers will be for beans, and that we were going to make that. We were going to make that oats, because we wanted sorrel. We wanted sorrel. Oats. I can put oats in the ground right now. I can plant oats right now, people. Let's do it. Oats and honey. We need to put in honeybees. Honeybees, 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 honeybees. Switch this over to oats. Like I said, busy, busy, busy now that we have springtime. TMR, are you using a regular mixer, or do you got a building? The world wants to know. I think I pruned my grapes. I'm gonna have to sneak over there and see if we did that or not. Might need to prune our grapes too today. Oh, okay. You use a self-propelled TMR mixer or a pull behind. And what is your what's your ratio? What's your ratio of choice? Bill, welcome back. Self-propelled. That's something I really haven't used much of. I don't think I've ever used it other than the TMR video. It's just so darn expensive, right? Got a nice little setup going now that we have some crops in the field. Mr. Piggity Wigglies. Porky pigs. Go to town. I have not pruned those. Something I was going to prune and never got around to it. You know what? dog. Ha ha. Ha ha. Let's do this backwards. I don't care. This is easier. I don't care who you are. This has got to be easier. See? I can even see the printer in my mirror. Now the question is, will I be able to dress the soil under this? I mean, as wide spread out as these are, I could just use a regular tractor. I can use that little, what's that little Lin track, right? That has four-wheel steer. I think this was a really cool idea that Alien Jim had with respect to these grapevines. This old rundown farm, old rundown barn. You just walk up to them and click your mouse button. They'll open. Left click unless you have changed your key bindings. All right, Brad, thanks for dropping by. We're gonna be going on for about another 45 minutes, everybody. That job done. Got magical deer that teleport between the okay. You rolling on the next field, and then we got to get weeding. I don't know if another row will fit between there or not. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. Enjoying a time with you guys on Sunday before you go back to work. Hey, it's Robert. How are you doing today, sir? that taken care of. See our cedar off in the distance working. We'll just do this free form. Alfuna, its cash we just slammed in because we wanted to actually do something the first use. So yeah, this is money we've cheated in order to build a farm, landscape, and all such. Got other maps and other save games where we're earning a legit living. Michael, how is North Texas? What's the weather in North Texas compared to South Texas? To outline this field and then we'll get a hired helper rolling. 60 degrees, nice and warm in North Texas. You mean Calmsden Farm? Yep, it is available for all platforms. No, I am in nowhere as near Texas. On the East Coast, it is probably in the 30s here. It's a warm day here, it's in the 30s. Compared to what it's been recently. It'd be cool if you could, it'd be cool if you had the ability to place sounds. Right? Like, we built half of this forest. We connected 3 forests together and made one that wrapped around this field. It'd be nice if you could place sounds. Like now that we have a forest, where we didn't have a forest before, if we could place bird sounds or other sounds, that would be so cool. Placeable sounds. What do you think of that idea? Thumbs up, thumbs down for the idea of a placeable sound pack. The ability to just plop a sound down. Jerry's Keeper, welcome to the stream. Glad you could catch it. 26 degrees in Pennsylvania. Let's see, what's it here? What's it here? It says it's 40 degrees here. Like I said, it's a nice warm winter day. Yeah, this was no forest. We made that. Nice if we could have ambient sounds there. Plop them down. In FS 19, we had placeable water planes. Imagine if you could have a placeable water plane that was a river, a little creek. You could put down little, stream sounds. That would be so cool. +3 in Alberta, so that is like 36, 34-ish. 40? I don't know what +3 is. 19 degrees in Michigan. What are you doing? Got a mighty fine job. Let's go put these loader arms down. We don't need a fork and loader out there. Pop those off. Oh, the Canadian map. Which one? Is there more than one? There we go. Pick that up. Oh. Yeah, let's go over here. Like, which doors? Like these? Oh, you just F1 menu, you walk up there, it says open door, left click. Close door, left click. I mean, if you're using a modded building, then maybe the building just doesn't, maybe the building doesn't have openable doors. It would be nice if we had a visual representation of what's been weeded, what's not been weeded. What are you doing? That is very interesting there, dude. Why did you miss that? Why'd you skip that whole area? At any rate, I'm just going to fill you up with seed when you're done at the end of the run. Jerry's Keeper, I have the dash cheats enabled, and that's what lets you run faster than normal. Shellbrook, okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at that one. That one's behind a private group, so no access to me, no access for a video. Does that field need fertilizer? Am I wasting fertilizer on it? Alright, we're putting fertilizer in, okay. Go. Yeah, we're gonna put, this is the field we're putting sunflowers in, or soybeans, sorry. Putting soybeans in there. So we have to do corn and soybeans in April. Looks like we're going to be weeding the rest of these fields in April also. Because in order to keep this gameplay moving along, we are running at 5 times clock speed when possible. I didn't like those big lights, and I couldn't put them anywhere either because of how I put the greenhouses. So the greenhouses were kind of in the way. That's still working, that's still working, we're working there. This is our grass field. Here we have our wheat. That's where I accidentally dropped our cultivator down. Oops, created a field after I seeded. That's going to be sunflower or soybeans or sunflower field and our other sugar beet field, 2 sugar beet fields. go. Ah, a custom crop calendar. It would be nice to see a lot more maps use a custom crop calendar. Kyle, it's been thought about. It's been talked about before by lots of players, but they're completely incompatible unless you would simply role play, right? I'm at Farm A and I'm gonna drive product to Farm B, so then I could go into Truck Sim. They're completely different from the standpoint of, other than the fact they're both driving simulations, if you will. Truck Sim is a very static map. All they really have to do is model the roads and the immediate area around the roads. Whereas Farm Sim, given the fact that it is totally open world, you can literally go anywhere. You have a 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer square of world that has to be mapped out. Whereas, let's say a 2 kilometer stretch of Truck Sim may only have a half mile or less distance from the road that is ever really modeled out, and probably only the immediate 50 yards from the road has got any sort of quality high level mods, and then everything else can be low poly, low texture distance scenery. And the fact is, you know, Truck Sim is a completely unchanging world. The player can't change anything about the world. Whereas with Farm Sim, the player can change everything about the world. And, you know, No Man's Land is kind of the perfect example of that. Dive on in. To put down a cereal factory. At some point, we've got our grape factory down so we can take our grapes and make them into raisins. We've got corn that we're doing for our cereal factory. We're putting oats down for the cereal factory. And we need to put honey down. That's it. We need to put honey down. Yeah, that site is, you have no idea if it's really a legit download or not, because they have obscured now. They've obscured who put the mod there. So now you have zero idea if it's a bot that put it on that site or if it's a legit download. Yeah. Just assume it's not legit, because I would say 99% of stuff on that site is not legit. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to do a map video this weekend, but I'm so frustrated. The map has a lot of custom production, but nearly every placeable is just warning or error, Lewis script problem. I was like, there goes that. So I'm just hoping that it gets updated. I wish there was an overlay needs weeding. Right? Wouldn't that be nice? Needs weeding. Right here. It's fine if you want to show me weeds growing, but I want to see needs weeding. That would be ideal. That field should be 100% done. Won't have to come back to it. Magically drag our weeder and cause them never to regrow. On this field, oh, that's awful. That whatever you are using needs to go immediately into the delete button. Immediately into the recycling can and then hit empty trash. In 4 hours, your log should be where even be close to 1 megabyte, let alone 800. Because your log your log restarts every time you launch the game. Yeah, everyone should be in the habit of Basically, if you are trying out a new mod, to pull that log up and watch that mod load in, you know, when you're at the store and you are looking at the configuration options. Let's go to something that has configuration options. Yeah, when you're here looking at this thing and you're looking at the configuration options, you should have this thing up and look at all of the cycle through everything and look at the log and see if it causes anything to spew. And same with loading up maps. Load up a map, look at the placeables, try to put placeables down. You never add something to your main live gameplay without first testing it out in a trial gameplay. We were using the other day, we were using that, slower unloading mod. I thought that was a really awesome mod. I was all keen on something taking a lot longer to unload if I was using the grain door versus a side dump. But it basically caused Elm Creek to crash. That's it, one chance, you're done. I was taken out. Fix for later. You all in your modders, you can fix things, right? Now, if it doesn't work, it's done. I'm done with it. I don't need to be messing around with it. Console crashed or you ran into stuff? Jesse. Oops. Work. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what? Why is a truck bigger than some maps? Because it's probably got 4 or 5 truck models in it, right? They might look good, Securitas Workbench, but I wouldn't call them sweet. I would call them lookers, but they might not perform so hot. Yeah, it's like you better get a lot for that. You better get a lot in that mod pack for that size. haven't looked at too many trucks. Maybe it's just my particular gameplay often doesn't involve semi-trucks. Look like a nice straight grain truck though. Would be nice. Are you up? That locked in, lock and loaded. Oh, I didn't put headland management on this tractor. So, my 8-year-old just comes in holding a Starbucks cup with some drink in it and ice. And he's like, "You want some?" I'm like, "What? Where did that come from?" Oh, what the heck? What is going on with this place? Yeah, I've got a really nice mod review coming on, well, tomorrow and Tuesday. I've got an old school tractor coming tomorrow, old school front loader. And then Tuesday we've got a set of bar rakes. I'm sure Scooter's Workbench already knows which hack I'm talking about there. That is coming on Tuesday morning, or Tuesday around noon. Well, Gray Wolf, let's address the question. So, what is the difference between all the fertilizers? Pretty much one's liquid, one solid. As far as chemical fertilizer goes, they do the same thing. So right now, base game fertilizer is fertilizer is fertilizer is fertilizer. So if it is liquid fertilizer, if it's solid fertilizer, if it's manure, if it's slurry, or if it's digestate, it all does the same thing. It all gives you a yield bonus of, I believe, 22% per application. So I did a video on basically how to get the maximum yield bonus, and I put in that video what the yield percentages were as far as the increase from one application of fertilizer to the next, and I think it was 22% each, but I don't remember exactly. But in base game right now, it really just comes down to, you know, what do you want to use, or how do you want to apply your fertilizer? So if you Want to use a spray, then you could use liquid fertilizer. If you already have a lime spreader, then you can use solid fertilizer, because the lime spreaders also spread solid fertilizer. If you have animals, you can use a slurry spreader. If you have plenty of animal slurry, or if you're running the digestate or running the BGA, you can use digestate. But in the end, they all provide the same yield bonus, but they do have different application rates. So you're going to go through a whole lot of slurry, manure, and digestate compared to liquid and solid fertilizer. But in the end, you're not paying for slurry or manure, but you are paying for liquid or solid fertilizer. So that should answer your question. The gooseneck's nice, but it's too heavy. It's 6 tons. 6 tons for a flatbed gooseneck trailer. And as a result, the base game pickup is too light for it. It doesn't work. So the only way to really use the gooseneck trailer right now is to use it in a bumper hitch and pull it behind a tractor. So in the mod pictures, it shows him using that with his pickup. And I'm sure his pickup is heavier than the base game pickup. So I'm sure it works just fine with his truck. But the fact is, how's it going to work with any other truck out there? Being 6 tons, it's just too heavy. I don't know what a gooseneck should weigh, but I don't think it should weigh 6 tons empty. Fabio Gaming, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Fine, sir. Yeah, on the download page, he said that they're all new models. He in-gamed them. New hitches, new configurations. So, yeah, that one will be on Tuesday. I'm going to go ahead and release those both to members here a little bit later. So channel members will get early access to those 2 videos. £5,300, so that's 2.5 tons. I am going to finish. Uh-oh. Listen to the werewolf. I'm going to finish getting this rolled. And then we're going to have to advance to morning because it is getting dark. Oh, wait, are our lights on? I wonder if our lights have turned on yet. We'll go a little bit longer, let it get a little darker. Then we'll go check out the farm with scooter workbenches, dust to dawn lights. The seed tender, that video just popped, didn't it? Yeah, the 82 Studios video just popped. So the seed, what is it called? The seed, not the seed. I don't even remember. The seed tender that he also had dropped this week. Yeah, that was from 19. That's heavy too, with the in-game pickup truck. So either the in-game pickup truck is too light, or that thing is also too heavy, because I put seed in the front, I put fertilizer in the back, and the in-game pickup truck, its wheels were up off the ground. There was too much ton weight on the rear bumper. So really cool mods. Really glad to see them in game. Want to make use of them, but they're just too heavy. Go over here, and we will hire. Oh, then that'll work. The front wheels on the truck will magically stay on the ground then. Well, Bomda, I'm sure the testers used his trucks. And I'm sure his trucks are heavier. There we go. Now we can tour this place with its lights. So I put in a fabulous light here at the entry. We got a light here. This place all lit up. I liked placing these because I liked seeing how the shadows play when you rotate the light. Yeah, like let's say we're gonna put it here, and I like to rotate it and so you can see the shadow because of the pole and the light being cast around it. So you could like go, oh, yeah, I want the shadow to be. Yeah, I would like the shadow to be over here where it's like up against the building. I don't need it not shadowing something. And this way it can light up the door and it can light up the dump station. So I put some lights around the bins just to kind of try to light up the whole area a little bit. And this is where I was able to use the free place mode and place the lights on silage walls. So yeah, with the town slapping lights everywhere. Like I said, I try to put them where I figured you would want a light in IRL, you know, like where you've got major entry access to buildings, exit to buildings, or other key points of interest like dump triggers, milk triggers, silage triggers, and so forth. So yeah. Is our tractor. See movement. All right, guys, with that, we are going to go ahead and shut her down for this afternoon's live stream. We will be back in 4 hours on Elm Creek doing our second leg of our doubleheader live stream on Sunday. So if you are around, be sure to come back in 4 hours and check that out. Also, we've got mod video just dropped on the 82 Studios flatbed and seed tender. And then we also are going to have a mod review tomorrow morning on an old Etcher tractor and front loader arms. And then Tuesday we're going to have a mod video on a really cool New Holland bar rake set that is out now for everyone to enjoy. So until next time, happy farming.